Alright guys, so this is Ninja Andrew, and who's that crazy gunslinger there?
It's Ninja Misty.
Oh my god, she looks all crazy badass. And what are we doing today, Ninja Misty?
Well, seems like we found ourselves in a post-apocalyptic mess in Defiance.
Sweet! We are going to give you guys a little sneak peek at what goes on in this game and tell you a little bit about what we think about it. So while we're doing that, we thought we would show off maybe one of the little side missions here. So I'm just gonna, I'll load up one of these. I'll load the closest one. Okay. So we're gonna head over and we're gonna do an arc fall. Now, do you want to tell them about what that's all about?
Well, as far as I can tell, because I do not watch the show, an arc fall, they happen randomly, and it's kind of like a big loot drop. Your character in this game, you're an arc hunter. So
That's right.
we go to these. Well, you do a lot of things. One of the things we do is we go to the arc falls to, I guess, to mine it for loot. Would that be the best way to?
I guess that's what they're trying to. Yeah.
And depending on where you are, we're in the San Francisco area, as you can tell. Looks exactly
it looks a lot like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The hills and all that stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah. The gigantic seaweed growing out of it. Exactly like I remember San Francisco.
Alright, so they just finished this one. Let's head over to that next one.
And you can tell where we're heading. The little red mark that lists the meters. You can see it counting down as Andrew drives closer to it. But there's enemies surrounding. There's different types of arc falls. They have hell bugs. This one is going to have scrappers, which are the robots.
A little bit of a higher enemy level, so...
What do you prefer?
You know, oh, I definitely prefer these guys. This stuff just looks cooler. Alright, so we want to destroy the arc ball core. Okay, we have to shoot the ones that are not blue. Shoot the crystals. They'll slowly, like, one at a time, they'll go from blue to black. And then the one that's black is the one we can destroy.
And while you're doing that, like you can see there, enemies will spawn out.
So you want to, keep an eye. Make sure you don't get overwhelmed by too many enemies. Keep an eye on your allies. Make sure they don't go down.
Because you get one self-revive, and then you can also pick somebody up, and the bleed out is pretty slow, so you have time to pick somebody up.
Right now, we're the only two actually that are here doing this section of the arc fall, but these are like open world like instances that are like available to everybody pretty much from the start of the game. There goes that one. So it's the kind of thing where like random people are going to probably show up at some point and help us out with this, whether it's at this part of the mission or in a little bit later. But sort of you'd go out to the arc ball area, you do a bunch of the little ones, and then it opens up a big arc ball which will have a giant boss, and then everybody works together to sort of take that out. And you got... Go ahead.
You can get a good dose of XP or shields or weapons.
Some nice loot, yeah. It's basically like a loot run. You're getting nice loot for going out and doing this because it happens to be available at this particular time. And because we come out and make the best of it, we get rewarded for it. So you can refill your ammo fairly easily at this one. Just grab. There we go. And you also have quite a selection of weapons to deal with these enemies, so that's another one of the features of the game, where basically, like, sort of all of the classic weapon styles that you can think of, and then a few extra, like, special types, and then there's many different versions of all of those. Sort of kind of like what like a Borderlands is doing with its weapons, where you have, like, slightly different models with slightly different elemental effects and slightly different firing characteristics, and it's up to you to find the set that you feel most fits your style of play. You know? So you want to talk at all about like what weapons you're using right now?
Right now, well, in my hands right now is auto lobber, so I'm throwing grenades. And then I also have my SMG.
See, here we go. We got some help just showed up now to help us out do this. And what's your favorite weapon in the game so far?
SMG.
Definitely. You know, that's what I'm using in my video, or my side of the video, guys. Definitely one of our favorite weapons so far. Nice long clip, nice fire rate. One thing that I'm gonna say though is that you can see, like, as I shoot this guy, these weapons don't really feel like they do a lot of damage. I don't know if it's possible to feel grindy with weapons, but that's my one major complaint with this game. But as we go, we're going to try and show off some of the other weapon styles as well. So, I guess, like, why don't, before we head out to this next one, let's switch our loadouts, and we'll each drive to the next location in a vehicle.
Okay.
And show off some of the other vehicles here. Ooh, I like yours. Oh, that's not you. Somebody else driving around in the purple one. Nice. Ooh. There you go. Badass. So we're just heading out. All the vehicles have like boosting and, you know, some of them that we've got here we purchased, some we've unlocked doing things. There's just basically like a whole bunch to choose from, and some you don't. There's quite a few that you don't have to actually pay real money for. You can just pay the in-game currency, so and they reward them to you, so it's actually not so bad. So what weapons are you using now, Misty?
I'm using the Wolfhound and the sawed-off scattergun.
Nice. Okay.
What about you?
Definitely. I've got. I'm using the. an Infector and a BMG, which I'll just show off now. Beam weapon does damage. I can also shield allies with it, so it's a dual-purpose weapon. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's because it's offset by that shielding. How do you like the shotgun and the pistols in this game?
Nothing has blown me away.
I see. You know?
I like the SMG. You know, but I'm a simple girl. When I find what I like, I don't really feel the need to change.
You know?
They have their moments.
I'm in the same way.
That.
There you go.
I mean, a good rocket launcher, you know, comes in handy in a pinch.
Rocket launcher is the girl's best friend?
Yep.
That's what I always thought, man.
You've been well informed.
You know? Oh god. But yeah, like there's quite a few different versions, so like everybody I would say would be likely to find something that they're gonna like, and the weapons that you use in this side of the game are also the weapons that you use in the PvP side of the game. So whatever you find that you like, those are the weapons that you get to hold on to and use. So that's actually kind of nice, even though they don't exactly feel like they're doing a lot of damage, you know? Maybe that'll change with time as, like, more stuff gets added to this game, but just right now it's very... Actually, before I leave with this one, I'm going to switch my loadout one more time here. I'm going to a pistol and sniper rifle loadout.
Okay, I'm going to an SMG and an incinerator.
There you go. And I've got a little ATV here, which is another style of vehicle in the game. So I will head out. Now, this doesn't even look like it's very far away. You know?
And it's already done, it looks like.
Oh, they finished one of them.
Okay, good.
You know? Now, sniper rifles in this game, they're good, they're powerful. If you get headshots and stuff, they're, like, really strong. But they do take quite a few shots to kill most enemies. once they start getting shields and stuff, so they're decent. It's like any other sniper rifle in any game. It's just you also have to be very precise with it. I don't know if you can see, but the dot in the center of the crosshairs, that's what you have to get on somebody's head. So if you're trying to quick snipe, you'll often aim. Like I would have missed it if I had been shooting at that guy there. But I will show the pistol here, although you can't see me, so I guess I'll make myself visible. Pistol. Now, this is the pistol that you get for beating the game the first time. It's a fully automatic pistol, and if you put an extended clip on it, it's kind of like an SMG. Has the same, almost the same length of clip, but the shots do like twice as much damage. So like you can see there, I'm doing like some pretty nice hits on that guy, and this is just with a very basically modded pistol. So definitely some power there, and if you know like sort of the gun characteristics and how to make the best of them, you can make them worthwhile to use. So I'm gonna switch to my last loadout here because I think we're headed now to the big one, the big fight. So I'm getting on. This is another type of ATV. This is one that I actually bought with money because I wanted it to look cool. Woot. And yeah, so this should be a giant fight against some type of like really huge monster type of, or it's against the scrapper progenitor or core or some such thing or other. We'll see it when we get there. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is like the final area for an arc follow. You got the big boss in the middle, sleeping right now, and these three arms around the edges. And while I'm here, I'm going to be using a grenade launcher and a rocket launcher just to get the maximum damage that I can. Woo! Some just knocked me up in there. What weapons are you using here?
I have the heavy assault carbine and the long shot cannon.
Nice. Gotcha. Oh, there goes that one. See. There's one still up on the far side of the big boss. You can see it's sort of like an open world PvE instance, and like anybody that's in the area that feels like showing up has shown up to try and get some loot. And not only do you get the random chance for loot to drop off of anything you kill, but when you complete the mission itself, it'll drop some loot for you anyway, so you're always guaranteed to get that reward for having come and done this. And it's pretty fun. And this is just one of many, many types of open world PvE instances that they have in the game.
I'm going to fill up my ammo.
Sure, definitely. Okay, so now the big boss is going to get up, and he's going to try and regenerate the arms, and he'll be vulnerable while he's regenerating. So I'm just going to blast into his underbelly for the couple seconds that I have. Maybe I'll switch to my grenade launcher. I think that'll be more. He's coming to you, so we'll have the chance here to smash him. Alright. Grenade launcher seems to have done a little bit more. Now I'm going to run and get my ammo. That's the one thing about these, is you sort of got to pay attention to how much ammo you've got and pay attention to where you can pick up, because there's only usually one location. Oh, that's nice.
What happened?
Oh, okay, hold on a second. There we go. Oh, nothing. Just me derping it up pretty derpily.
Nice.
I admit nothing. Alright. So, I've shown those two weapons. I'm just going to switch back to the SMG just so I can take out some of these arm things a little bit faster. You can see, like, while it doesn't do, like, massive hits, it does allow you to target for sustained periods. So I think that's the real advantage to the SMG. You can target close range and long range and still be very effective. You've also got, like, you know, roll functions to dodge attacks. Enemies have weak points that are usually highlighted with yellow, so that you know where you can get your critical hits in on them. And using your powers to your advantage to lose the aggro off an enemy so he goes after somebody else is also another beneficial technique to keeping your health. Actually, it's a really good technique for the final boss of the game. Just use your clove hide, regen your health, and you're good to go. Okay, that's another one down. Doesn't really matter if you fight the enemies or the main guys. Oh, I'm gonna switch my weapons out here. Let's take him out. Ooh, I'm not gonna hit him from here. And it's fun. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. Although I don't like how the guns feel like they're just a little bit too weak. Like, this is a grenade launcher. Shouldn't take this many grenades. You know what I mean?
You know?
Like, it takes like a whole clip of grenades to kill like just a standard enemy type, like a regular guy with a gun kind of thing. And like these guys, you could empty out like your entire stock of grenades and still not kill them. So that's my only real major criticism of the game. You know? Other than, that's one thing that we should mention, is that the writing in the main storyline is a little lacking, or lackluster. There are some pretty epically bad lines that just make you go like, who does this stuff?
That,
you know?
and the random disconnect.
And random disconnect. So like there are some issues, like one other issue actually that just reminded me of that I've been having for the past couple of weeks is I can't change my competitive armor. It won't let me select it when I go to do that, so that's just something that maybe that'll get fixed soon, but I've been waiting already a couple weeks, and it's just annoying when you're playing a game like this, and it's like you just want to look cool and do your thing, and you know, stays broken for like a half a month or whatever, and like that may not sound like a lot, but it's the kind of thing where it's like you start looking at other games and you're like, at least, you know what I mean, I can go and have some fun on there, you know. But I would say like the actual content of the missions themselves is probably not so bad. Like, it's actually pretty fun, although we do have quite a few side quests yet to do.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes. I would say we're not even like fully halfway through like the entirety of the game at this point, because you can level up I think to level 4,000 right now, and we're both still probably closer to 1,000 than 4,000 at this point, so we still have quite a ways to go, so we're not going to like completely like judge the game based on what we've seen so far, but just, yeah, there were some real forehead slapper moments with the main storyline dialogue.
And they're going to release DLCs, so...
DLCs and also like content to go along with the TV show, so I think there's going to be still lots of stuff that they haven't released yet because they haven't covered it yet in the show, and that's cool. It'll be something worth coming back and checking out as those things happen, and it keeps the game sort of fresh and interesting if there's something new going on all the time. So overall, I would say, since you don't have to pay, it's like free to play. You got the microtransactions if you want like some extra gear or whatever it is. It's not the worst game, like, especially for a game that goes with a TV show, I was expecting, like, it to be a lot worse gameplay-wise, and smaller and shorter and all that kind of stuff. As far as a game, this isn't actually that bad, you know? They could have done a lot worse, and, you know? I think this does have some potential for people to enjoy playing it and keep playing it. Because there's a lot of people you see with a lot of the high-level armor, so you can tell that there's definitely some interest there, and working up and leveling up and getting it, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of stuff they add to this as it goes on. Time to try to not die. I'm also going to switch back to my favorite parts. One other thing that I guess I should mention is, like, some of the challenges in this game, like, go and get a gold medal, go and get a gold medal on this or that, like, sniper challenge, or, you know, a lot of the stuff like that, I could see that there were a lot of people, it looks like they got it in glitchy ways that look like some of them have been fixed. I don't know, it just looks like there's a lot of stuff that could be really hard later down the line just because of, I don't know, they decided to make some of that stuff just really difficult. I don't know why. You know? Just, there's definitely a level of difficulty that's still there within some of the content. Some people like that, some people don't, I don't know. You know? I'm just saying that it's there. But there's lots of fun stuff to go and do, and, like, definitely a fun game to play with friends. Go on and rampage. What's that?
Do you want to talk about your power set?
Oh, sure. Like, or do you want to start?
You go ahead.
Okay, well, like, there's 4 basic power types that you get to choose from when you make your character, and that's after choosing your costume. They make it look like you choose, like, a class, but it's not. You're just choosing your costume. You can use whatever weapons with whatever quote-unquote class type they give you, so I don't know why that's a decision. But then you get to choose your power type, and there's 4 different powers. There's a cloaking device, personal cloak. There's a overcharge, which charges up your weapons attacks. There's a decoy, which sends out like a look-alike to distract your enemies. And then there's also a dash attack, which kind of makes you run fast and makes your melee attacks more powerful. And you get to choose which one of those you want to start off with, and then as you level up your character, you'll be able to put more points in and eventually have all of those to choose from to make your loadouts with. So you can, like, you can't have them all at once, but you can have all the different types on different loadouts. You can see, like, the guys with the orange arms running around here, that's like the overcharge power, so their weapons are really powerful. They just can't hide and cloak like Misty and I can, you know? So, like, and how do you find using the cloaking ability compared to, like, you know, the others?
I like cloaks.
What you know of them.
I think you can stay alive longer.
Yeah. Gives you more opportunities, and the cloak animation isn't actually that bad in this game, so you do actually have a good chance at blending into your surroundings and not being seen if you are sneaky like that. So, you know, overall, like, what would you rate this game in a, like, a 1 to 10 scale?
I'd give it a 7 or an 8.
You know, I was thinking, like, yeah, you know, 7, 8, something around that level. You know?
I think it's better than a 6. It's definitely not a 9 or a 10 because of some of the problems that are here.
That's right. But definitely has some potential for fun and could be good once some of those problems are fixed a little bit more, right?
Sure.
You know? If loading wasn't an issue, if you could choose your PvP armor and all that kind of fun stuff. You know? And if the the vehicles and armor wasn't so expensive in the store, we might buy some more.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, right?
But they need to work on PvP to woo me over there. Not my favorite thing to do.
Because of the weak weapons.
Yeah.
Take a hint. Woot. Make the weapons more powerful. Woot. Alright, guys, so that's our little sneak peek of the world of Defiance. We hope it gave you a little bit of insight into what this game is all about and sort of how badass you can be, like Misty here, showing off a little bit. Woot!
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be bringing you more inside looks and sneak peeks of video games as we can bring them. Oh, yeah. What?
You can't touch this.
No. I think we'll leave it here, guys. Like, subscribe, check out the rest of our videos. We hope you find something you like, and join us for more with more epic adventures with DorkNinjaGaming.
Bye.